Hey everybody, it's Raffy Ermac, editor-in-chief of Pride.com, and I'm reporting live from the 25th Annual Critics' Choice Awards. Nice to see you again. See you. We're in the midst of award season. What's it like to be on this craziness, especially that She-Ra got nominated and being recognized?
It's incredible. I'm so proud of Noelle, our showrunner, and Mary, our kind of leading director. This show is so special and so important for young women and men. And I love what it represents. It's such a fun reboot of what it used to be in the 80s. It's like redefined, it has a new importance to it, a new elevation, and the writing is really strong, and I love this cast. I mean, we have some stiff competition tonight for sure, but we're honored. I can't believe we're here.
Speaking of competition, like 10 years ago, LGBTQ representation, especially on animated shows, was like non-existent. But now, in 2020, in this new decade, we're like, She-Ra and a bunch of other shows like at the forefront of this new wave. So what's that like, just to be a part of that show where it's breaking so much ground?
It's amazing. Like, we just got nominated for a GLAAD award. Like, to know that we're representing a community that is underrepresented, and here we are. We're able to like kind of enjoy this moment and celebrate what this show truly means, and the depth of this show is really cool. And it's true. Like, the animated world is getting a different appreciation, I think, with movies like Frozen and How to Train Your Dragon and Missing Link. They're really becoming they're deep and they're caring, and they're things that kids can enjoy, but also adults. And I think that's what's kind of bridging the gap. They're just having a bigger voice now. It's really neat.
Speaking about that, like 10 years ago, there wouldn't have even been like a animated show like featuring LGBTQ like representation. What's it like now in 2020 that it's nominated for something like a major award show?
On the one hand, it's super exciting. On the other hand, it's like sad that it's taken this long, because why? You know, but we are so happy to be here. And to be honest, like, I'm actually shocked that we're like one of the first. Actually, I don't know if that's true, but I think we are one of the first. So I don't know. I feel so proud and grateful that they chose me to represent and to be part of the show. So I'm thrilled.
It was a pretty barren landscape. So to be able to be one of the faces of that now is an incredible honor. I'm very proud to be able to represent this show, and for this show to be able to represent queer kids across the world. And I hope we can continue to do that. So I am just trying to drink it in. This is super exciting. I've never been at anything like this before, and I'm having a great time already. It's just, I mean, I can't believe we're here with She-Ra. I'm so proud of everyone who helped us get here, and I'm just trying to, you know, have as much fun as I can while I'm here.
We're in a new decade, and 10 years ago even, LGBT representation looked way different than it does now.
Yes.
What's it like to be like part of this new like generation, golden age of TV and movies where people of different, like women, there's people of color, there's LGBT people.
It's amazing. It's a privilege. I don't take it lightly to be able to be in a show and to portray a character that really celebrates the fullness of my identity, the intersectionality of my identity of being queer, Filipino, the fact he's also an immigrant, which is all things that I am. I never thought I would have the chance to portray that on television, and now, you know, it is. Before, you would just see like the one token, you know, gay person on a show, and now we're sort of like open to all the nuances and the broad spectrum of our community being represented.
I know artists don't come into the industry specifically like please people and please critics, especially because critics have some of the harshest voices in the room. So, but what's it like to be like a part of a show that's like getting recognized by the critics and just to be a part of that?
Well, I mean, we're changing the dynamic. We're breaking down the doors for us to be seen as regular human beings and not just as this niche or this stigmatic group of people. You know, we have lives, we have hearts, we have souls, we have feelings, we have all of those things. Just like the people who are on press, just like the people who are on other parts of the screen, we are people too. And we're also actors and actresses and singers and dancers and everything else. And a lot of people haven't tied that to us. They used to keep us in a box. But with nominations as far as Billy's and nominations as far as mine tonight, let alone being a lead actress that's nominated, it feels good because that door has finally been broken down. We're making history. And to be a part of a roster of amazing women, Regina and Zendaya and Nicole Kidman, and the list goes on, it feels great.
And 10 years ago, like LGBT representation on TV was something completely different.
Right.
But now we're like in 2020, a new decade, we're like a new golden age with women, people of color, more LGBTQ people than ever. So it's like to be a part of this new wave of representation and new voices.
It feels good because now it seems like the titles themselves are being released from us and people are diving down into our human aspect of life. We're not just so hold to our transness, or we're not hold to who we are as gay individuals or lesbian individuals or anyone a part of the LGBTQIA community. We're humans at the end of the day, and I think we're melding together like how we should have in the first place, and not be segregated or had a way of divisiveness through those titles. You know what I mean? Because it was created that way for a long time, and now we're releasing that. And I think that we're going to constantly keep doing that within the LGBTQAI community.